these guys had to figure out in order for them to win and be competitive again. They had to figure out how to beat the zone. They had to figure out who's going to play the middle because having Marcus Smart catch in the middle and him trying to shoot a mid-range jump shot is horrific. It would never work. Maybe the Jaylen Brown lob might work a couple times, but Jimmy Butler's on everything. It's like they know the plays before they call. So everybody's going to get buckets no matter what. It's going to be a scoring game. It's not going to be 0-0 at the end of the game where one team's going to have 100 and the other team's going to have 0. But in order, Brad Stevens is now finally being challenged, like, how can I make this work and how can my team make this work in order to be the most successful place ever? I believe maybe Brad Stevens will start playing Enes Kanter more because he's more of an offense threat than Tice, but he's a defensive liability. So, and I think this is where they really miss a ball handler like Kyrie and Terry Rozier, because these guys can create for themselves on a drop of a dime, and they can penetrate very well. Kemba Walker is more like a pick and pop and shoot. He's not more of a penetrator. He's more of just a shooter. So I believe that having Kyrie, he can drive to the hole and pass out, kick out, and they just double team Jason Tatum every time he touches the ball. So in that case, they missing a better ball handler that can drive and kick and dish would be perfect for this Boston Celtics right now, but they don't have that at this time.
What's up, y'all? What's up, T4C? We're back with segment number 2, and we're going to stick on basketball for this segment. So I know y'all wondering, dang, y'all talking about the Lakers and the Clippers and the Nuggets. Dang, what about the East? Mm-hmm. What about the how do y'all, what's the term they use now? The Eastern Conference? So
they got some good teams.
Yeah, exactly. It's honestly some of the best games came from the Eastern Conference Finals. Speaking of good games, we were privileged to watch game. If you were privileged to watch, well, that was wrong. We were privileged to watch games 1 and 2. Those were game 1 was crazy. Went to OT. You got Miami winning, and then game 2, Miami won again. So I want to know y'all thoughts on the Eastern Conference Finals. I want to know y'all thoughts on the Miami Heat. Are they the best team in the East to win, or do you see Boston pulling in Denver and upsetting the Miami Heat?
You go to first, T.
So with the Celtics, they were the favorite. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
With the Celtics being the favorite in the games 1 and 2, the Heat actually came back in both games. Like last night, the Celtics were killing them in fourth quarter, end of the third, beginning of the fourth. The Heat started playing unbelievably good. You have, well, we all talk about Jimmy Butler and how great he is and what he's doing this season, but in the playoffs, the main scorer that's been carrying them has been Dragic. Dragic scored 29 game 1. He scored 25 last night with the Heat winning by 5. You have Bam averaging a double-double. You have Hero. Hero shoots a lot of shots, but he ended with 11, but he is a rookie, so he'll learn as his career progresses. He'll learn what shots to take and what shots not to take. But I feel like when these are necessary shots, like these are shots you can't tell him not to take because that'll hurt his confidence. Mm-hmm. So I feel like the Celtics are done. The Celtics should have even a series 1-1 last night. Going down 2-0 against a team like Miami, they can just beat you the next 2 games, just like the Bucks. Especially when Giannis went out, they should have finished off the Bucks at the end of that game, but it went to a next. What was it, game 5? They ended it in 5. Ended it in 5. They can't really ended it in 4, but you're down 2-0 to a team with Jimmy Butler, to a team with Dragic, to a team with Adebayo, and I just don't see the Celtics coming back because the Celtics. One thing the Heat does have over the Celtics is the Celtics have a lot of youth, but the Heat has a lot of vets. Like you have players with a lot of playoff experience. You got Jay Crowder with playoff experience. You have a Finals MVP on that team giving advice to the young guys. You got Udonis Haslem. He's kind of like a player coach, sort of what Juwan Howard was back in his last days. and he's basically mentoring the young guys. He's telling him what to do, what not to do. He's telling them how to win. You have Spoelstra, a coach who's been there before. He's coaching against Brad Stevens. Mind you, Brad Stevens, this is his, I want to say, fourth season? Third or fourth season. And Brad Stevens, he has playoff experience, but nothing compares to that finals experience. And like you have Dragic, but like I already said, Dragic, Butler, Adebayo. You have all of these players, and I want to say the player that's playing the best right now for the Celtics is Tatum, but his second to him is Smart. Jaylen Brown's playing okay, but Jaylen Brown has been very inconsistent this offseason. I mean, this postseason. So, yeah, I feel like the series is over, and we will see Lakers Heat in the finals.
Yeah, oh, wow. Lakers Heat in the finals. That'd be a nice one. First, I want to go with Kemba Walker has been playing bad. You know, you trade away Kyrie to bring in Kemba, and this series he has been playing. He had some good shots down the stretch in Game 1. I believe he had the hot hand in Game 1, but then Tatum caused a costly turnover by Jason Tatum that loses them Game 1. Right? Second game, I'm gonna just mention some things that Eric Spoelstra did as a coach. Second game, he comes out, they're down. He goes to zone. And start trapping every time they get the ball in the wing, he traps it with Jason Tatum up top. High pick and rolls is okay. You're gonna get the shot. You're gonna make it or miss it. He lives with that. But every time Tatum touches the ball, they're gonna trap the high wing with a zone defense. So I believe that Eric Spoelstra is now learning as he goes. Like, I can call different plays and my team can do it. And he actually has a team that has fight in them. Like, I believe that Jimmy Butler has Miami Heat feeling like, yo, we're here to win. We're not here to play games. And they're all believing. They're all buying into the system. They're all buying into what Jimmy is telling them. Jimmy Butler said, I don't have to score points. That he has a lot of people on his team that's unwilling. Bam Adebayo said, I don't care about points. If I got to rebound all day, I rebound. If I got to pass, I get assists, I pass. Everybody's buying into this, doing their job. And that's why I would believe that the Heat will win this in 5 games. And then you hear Marcus Smart has been hitting some big shots. And I am not a Marcus Smart fan. For anybody listening out there, I do not like Marcus Smart at all. He's the epitome of the worst of the worst. Well, he's a little bit better than Patrick Beverly. But listen, he's a flopper. I just don't like this guy. But I would give him his credit when credit is due. I will give him his credit, and this is his credit. Now, it was a report last night that came out that was arguing in the locker room, and it was between him and Jaylen Brown was arguing. So I believe that those two probably clashed because of the way they lost and how they're losing. And now they lose Game 3, I believe it's going to be even a bigger clash. So maybe next year these guys just signed contracts. Everybody got paid. So, and Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown still on rookie deals. So maybe and Marcus Smart just got paid. So these guys gonna have to figure out somehow, some way they're going to figure out. Only person that's probably gonna walk is Hayward and Enes Kanter and Kemba, and that's the only thing because Kemba signed a 3-year deal, but they didn't want to do a sign and trade. But these guys had to figure out in order for them to win and be competitive again, they had to figure out how to beat the zone. They had to figure out who's going to play the middle because having Marcus Smart catch in the middle and him trying to shoot a mid-range jump shot is horrific. It would never work. Maybe the Jaylen Brown lob might work a couple times, but Jimmy Butler's on everything. It's like they know the plays before they call. So everybody's going to get buckets no matter what. It's going to be a scoring game. It's not going to be 0-0 at the end of the game where one team's going to have 100 and the other team's going to have 0. But in order, Brad Stevens is now finally being challenged, like, how can I make this work and how can my team make this work in order to be the most successful place ever? I believe maybe Brad Stevens will start playing Enes Kanter more because he's more of an offensive threat than Tice, but he's a defensive liability. So, and I think this is where they really miss a ball handler like Kyrie and Terry Rozier, because these guys can create for themselves on a drop of a dime, and they can penetrate very well. Kemba Walker is more like a pick and pop and shoot. He's not more of a penetrator. He's more of just a shooter. So I believe that having Kyrie, he can drive to the hole and pass out, kick out, and they just double team Jason Tatum every time he touches the ball. So in that case, they missing a few a better ball handler that can drive and kick and dish would be perfect for this Boston Celtics right now, but they don't have that at this time.
And I think you hit the nail right on the coffin. Like with Terry Rozier and Kyrie Irving, they had the ability to play off the ball as well. Now, you look at Kyrie Irving when he was on the Cavs. He was playing off the ball some games. He was playing on the ball some games. Same thing with Terry Rozier. I think with Kemba, that's one of his biggest, if not, that's his biggest problem. Like, he's coming from a team where he was ball dominant. He was the primary ball handler. Everything ran through him. And now you're going to a team that the ball doesn't really run through you. Like, and not only that, but they're slowly turning him into like a catch and shoot type of guy, which he is not. I do agree with you. He's not really a drive guy. I've seen him try to drive and it's been horrible. He just throws up anything. But I think for Marcus Smart also, he's been playing well, especially on the defensive side of the ball. He's been playing phenomenal. But what I don't like is that media try to make it sound like a bad thing when with a Marcus Smart yelling in the locker room.
Yeah,
I don't think it's a bad thing.
I think it's passion.
Exactly, it's passion. I want my guys to yell at me.
His teammates defending him. Jaylen Brown said
exactly.
It was this passion. He's a very competitive guy, and I love him for that.
Right.
And that's all it was. It's competitive.
Right. So you got this game ending in 5?
In 5, yeah. Miami, the way Miami playing, and Iggy didn't even have to come off the bench yesterday once they start playing zone, and they got the hustle and the fight. Did you watch the game last night?
Yes, I did.
So just the steals that Jimmy's coming up with,
yes.
The defensive plays, Bam playing great, like just the hustle plays, and now they got Jimmy. You got 2 6'7" guys at the top of a zone.
Jamison Crowder.
No, for defense, I'm talking about.
I know.
For defense.
Y'all know, for those that don't know, I'm not, just like he said, he's not a big Marcus Smart fan. I am not a big fan of Jamison Crowder.
Jamison Crowder plays for the Jets.
I'm bugging. Not Jamison Crowder. What's his name?
Crowder.
Jay Crowder. I'm bugging. Jay Crowder. Jamison Crowder. Chowder. Lakers in 5. But I'm playing. But I'm just not a big fan of him. But he has been playing well. I don't know. I feel like we're gonna get one of those games where, like, we're gonna get one of those off games from Miami because they are hitting shots. But we're gonna get one of those off games where
but they haven't. Jimmy Butler only had 16 last night, and and he didn't shot well. Tyler Hero didn't play well. Dunleavy, what's his name?
Duncan Robinson.
He
shot.
Robinson
He shot 50%.
6 to 12. Yeah. He had 6 threes.
And Groggs just put up some prayers yesterday that's happened to go ahead. So they haven't had.
A lot of people forget that Dragic is an all-star.
They haven't had their whole career, whole team 100% successful. He just said Dragic is an all-star. Okay.
He was. He wasn't this past year though. He wasn't.
I said a lot of people forgot that he was an all-star. So
okay. He was
an
all-star. When he was on, wasn't it the
Phoenix?
Yeah, I was gonna say it had to be the Suns. That was his best years.
Yeah. So you got a lot of veteran guys. I believe that they win in 5, if not sweep them.
And the Celtics bench is terrible.
Listen,
they are.
Listen, let me tell you this.
Horrible.
Miami win tomorrow, Saturday night, right?
Mm-hmm.
They sweep them on Monday. They sweep. If Miami wins, I guarantee. If Miami wins on Saturday, they are going to sweep them on Monday when we come up.
So they're bringing the big brooms or the little brooms?
Big brooms, because that's Tatum's gone. He had the 24 in his sleeve. You better channel his inner mama. You went to Mama Sita Academy. You know what I'm saying? You half black, half white. You better go to Mama Sita Academy.
You're right.
And Jaylen Brown, he better stop hitting them corner shots off the top of the backboard.
You took that from Paul George.
Okay, well, Dak, so you got the Heat sweeping. Are you the same? You feel like the Heat going to sweep?
I feel like,
because you're a Jason Tatum guy.
Yeah, I like Jason Tatum, especially because he went to Duke Brotherhood. But tomorrow, I feel like the Celtics have to come out and set the tone to even have a chance at the rest of the series. So tomorrow they have to have a double-digit win. They have to show that they're still here and show that they're capable of beating the Heat.
I agree. I think we need a big game from Kemba. I think we need to see why the Celtics went and got Kemba. Because as of right now, it's looking a little like, like we could have just stayed with Terry Rozier. We could have just, and then we would have saved money. So, I don't know. I do agree with you. I think they do need to come out and win by double digits. I say 15 points is a good enough statement for me.
Who wins next game?
Celtics.
Celtics, what's the score?
110 to 104.
110, 104?
No. I want to say 114. Those games have been scoring a good amount of points. So Celtics just have to play defense. So
exactly.
I want to say 115 to 115, 104.
And stop turning the ball over.
And who wins the next game?
That's a tough one. I got Celtics. I got Celtics winning. I actually got it being a low-scoring game because of defense. I got it.
They should have won game 1 in regulation.
They should have
cost them game 1.
Tatum? Off the rebound?
Tatum in regulation.
Oh, with the turnover?
No, when Derrick Jones fouled him.
Oh, yeah.
He fouled Marcus Smart and Jason Tatum at the free throw.
Yeah.
What the thing that doesn't make sense to me, in regulation, it's a tie game. He had 24 seconds, no shot clock. He shot a 35-footer. In overtime, he goes and try and get a dunk to tie the game. That makes completely no sense.
I would have shot the floater.
It's no play rant. That's why I said Brad Stevens got our coach with it. It's no play rant, no pick and roll, no nothing. Not try to get a dribble drive. I just want to shoot up a prayer and see if it go in. So what's the score? Miami Celtics game 3.
Celtics 103, Miami 92.
Wow. You guys are crazy. Okay, I'm going to go Miami, game 3, right? 98-94.
Ooh.
Right? Okay.
That's
98-94, Miami. 98-94.
That's valid.
Huh?
All right. Well, there you have it. You have it. We made our picks for tomorrow's game, Eastern Conference Game 3. Let us know what you think. Who you think is going to win this series? Is it going to be the Miami Heat? Will they return to the promised land of the NBA Finals, or will the Boston Celtics come back from this 2-0 deficit? Let us know in the comment section on what you guys think. As always, like, subscribe, follow, comment. I forgot to say that last time, but like, subscribe, follow, comment, retweet, reshare. I'm your host, Dan Corbett. We got Drew, we got Lee. We got T. Sorry about that.
Lee is not here.
Lee is no here. But we got Drew, we got T. We're on our way to segment number 3. Stay tuned.